Hey everyone, welcome to part 2 of the SingularityComputers Black Mesa playthrough. This lift is supposed to drop. Oh, there we go. So now that I have the whole explanation out of the road of why I'm reintroducing gameplay to the channel, I'm going to focus a bit more on the game itself. So you can see something like that. For somebody playing it for the first time, somebody who doesn't know the game like I do, because I know this game incredibly well. I know where it loads, I know where the spawns are. You know, not absolutely everything, sometimes I'll forget, but you know, it would be so much more difficult and take so much more time. Incredibly gory. We even have an eyeball here. So I was really happy to see that the gameplay was a lot more well received than I expected. You know, there was a lot more dislikes than I normally get, but the comments were awesome. I really enjoyed reading the comments. There's G-Man. And finding out that a lot of you feel exactly the same way about the original Half-Life as I do. And you know, even the feeling that I tried to explain, the actual reason that I like Half-Life so much and this game so much, which is a remake of the original Half-Life, is, you know, it's more about the emotion, the feeling that this game creates, and a lot of people understood that and, you know, get that same feeling about this game. Because that's what creates the most impact. Atmosphere. Suspended disbelief. I mean, that's what this is all about. That's what gaming is all about.
Listen, I know where you can find some more weaponry.
This is how you get the Glock a little bit earlier. I mean, we're about to pick it up anyway, but it's nice to have it a little bit earlier because there is a few...
Let me know how I can help, though I warn you.
That's enough excitement for me, thanks. This way.
Yeah, it's funny listening to all the dialogue from the scientists. They can be pretty useful, actually, as a decoy. If you want to bring them with you, they act as an excellent decoy. Although I've noticed the enemies will target you more. But they used to work as a far better decoy than they do now. You really have to watch out for these zombies, mainly on hard. They have really long reach and they really hurt. You'll have no problems with ammo in this game. You know, you might with health, particularly if you play it on hard, but there's plenty of ammo. I think I'll just leave him there. So I'm really excited about getting right through this game with you guys, and you know, for those of you who haven't seen or played Half-Life at all, or played this game, the early parts of the game are going to seem a little boring, because you know, that's the great thing about this game. It slowly builds and builds, but by the time we get to We've Got Hostiles, it starts to get very exciting. You know, there's a lot more enemies and it's a lot more difficult. So I'm going to try to get up to We've Got Hostiles in this part, in this video. Let's see if we can do that. I'm going to kill this zombie so that I don't encounter him on the other side. Normally that would seriously hurt dropping from that height, but because there's water there it doesn't. Actually, I'm going to kill all of these because they're just annoying. Quickest way to do this is just to run and jump through and then fill this up with water, and then everything dies anyway. And it also saves ammo, which is not so important for Black Mesa, as I've mentioned, because there's plenty of ammo. But you know, in the original you really had to think about how you are going to conserve ammo. And that's part of the, this is why this is certainly not a mindless shooter like a lot of the games these days. You really had to think out your strategy. And, this is a remake of the original game. It might be a bit easier because there's more ammo and health, but it still has the, the little mind games and the difficulty. There's a lot of jumping. If you don't perfect the crouch jump in this game, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Actually, if I stayed there for this spawn, which is about to happen, well, it should happen, it kills you. The spawn actually kills you. No. Usually a head crab spawns there right as you're jumping into the air duct. So this is something that Half-Life was renowned for, crawling through the vents. So yeah, I was really happy to see the comments, how positive they were. A lot of people really want to see more gameplay, and it's made me really enthusiastic about this. I've started to think about bringing somebody in and doing some team gameplay and all of the games that I'll play. Really exciting. Every time I create a new segment, it just opens up so many possibilities. I love this part. There used to be a glitch where you could slide all the way down the side of this lift without activating the lift or activating the spawn of the head crabs, and you could do it without getting any damage. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give it a go. I'll just save this. See if I can... No. Straight. And you can't get out of there, so... I mean, this is a completely different game. It's a remake in a new engine and everything's been redone, so obviously glitches from the original are not going to work in this one, but I thought I'd give it a go. I've noticed they've made this part a lot more difficult. You used to be able to sit in the corner of this lift and the head crabs would jump straight over you and you wouldn't even have to touch them. Then you'd have to deal with them at the bottom, but you could just run across to the other side and pick them off with the Glock. Now they build up like this. The Glock is really slow firing. It used to be an actual semi-auto where you could fire it as quick as you wanted to. I mean, there is two firing modes. Left click is semi-auto, right click is fully auto. But the semi-auto, I mean, you should be able to fire as fast as you want to, but you can't. There's like a big gap between. So sometimes you might be wondering what I'm actually doing, why I'm not firing. Well, I'm waiting for the gap between the shots. And it's good that they've made these little tweaks because it makes it a little more difficult. I've tried to stop that from happening before unsuccessfully. There's a few things like that during the game where you can sometimes save people. So we're starting to get into a little bit of that difficulty that I have talked about. And actually there's a level, residue processing, which is all about, the little mind games, jumping and crouch jumping. And it takes so much skill and thought to get through it. I absolutely love it. It's a very important aspect of this game, of Half-Life. Now you can actually go around to there and drop down, but then you lose health. Because that box is there, you don't lose any health. Now there's some ammo and HEV here. Grab that. And from here you can wipe out the squid and the head crabs. I can just jump into the water from here, but I want to get the HEV that's over there, so that's how well I know this game. Don't think we're going to make it till we've got hostiles, but maybe I'll make this one a little bit longer. Got to watch out for the barnacles. I mean, even the barnacles, you know, are a great enemy to add. Just another danger to think about. But they lift you up vertically, and you know, you have all this time, depending on how high they are, to deal with them, to get away. Just amazing, you know. This game was so ahead of its time. We see people trying to add things like that to games now, and just, I mean, in my opinion, failing. So this is a nice, difficult part of the game. Unless you know how to crouch jump very well, you're going to have a lot of difficulty doing this, and if you can't crouch jump, you're not even going to be able to get through it. So what I do is I sprint a bit and then crouch jump. Oh, you're joking. I did fail just then. So you can hear that I'm sprinting and then crouch jumping. It gets you a lot further. Here we go, the lift up to Office Complex. Office Complex is, you know, still a little slow. The game is still building. But you can get through it very quickly. For someone who knows it, it's a very quick level. You can't get through the electricity at all. The only way through is to go through this hole in the wall here. And actually I can go left and there's health and ammo, but I've got enough health and enough ammo, so you know, it's too far to crawl through that vent. It's actually a long way down there, so I'm going to skip that. Actually, I might have been able to save him. I should have given it a go.
Oh, Gordon. If I had known it was you, I would have let you in.
So yeah, you've probably noticed that I've enabled subtitles, and hopefully the audio should be fixed as requested. Should be a lot louder now. I like the music in this. Helps to create the atmosphere. It's not the original, but it really works. See that? Sometimes, depending on where you shoot the zombies, the head crab can come off the head still alive. Sometimes it really catches you by surprise.
Hey, over here.
Now this part
One of these little
used to be very easy, but they made a change. They updated it recently. It's a lot more difficult now because, as you can see, he walks in the road.
Thanks. I owe you one. Here, let me get this open.
And if you're not careful, you end up shooting him, and then he turns on you, and then he gets eaten by the zombie.
Go take a look-see, see what you can carry.
The Magnum. An awesome weapon. Really, this was the sniper rifle in the original game. I mean, it had more range and power than anything else. It was the best thing for sniping in the original. I mean, the crossbow was good, but you know, it had a bit of a delay, so.
Go, go, go.
So definitely the Magnum is a favourite until later. Probably my favourite gun is the glue-on gun, just because of how cool it looks. Mainly now, you should see it now in this game. Looks absolutely awesome, and it's a lot of fun to use.
You feeling lucky? All right, Doc. Let's tear some shit up.
Oh, you got it. That's good. Alright, this bit's a little difficult. The reason I didn't let the turret kill all of the head crabs is because the scientist actually acts as a better distraction than the head crabs do. So if you wait for it to, you know, kill the head crabs, and then, you know, maybe you try to kill the turret while it's getting the last head crab, it just turns on you right away. And because you're taking hits, you can't shoot it, so it makes it really, really difficult. Because when you're taking hits, you can't aim, you know.
All right, let's move.
These guys are useful to help you save ammo and to act as a decoy. So pretty much the way I'm doing this is just playing it how I'd usually play it on my own, with a little bit of chit chat.
This is as far as I go. Go, go, go. Sorry, Freeman.
This one's got a Magnum, so he's a lot more useful.
Man, how cool is this? Good shot, Doc.
If you let the head crabs get in close on the guards, they get taken down because they just... Let me out.
Watch your head, Doc.
Because they just can't aim. They just keep taking hits and then they go down. So...
Oh shit, not good. Holy shit.
It's a zombie.
That thing tore them to pieces. I don't think we should stick around. Are we all set yet?
There we go. Not too bad. More
Don't
ammo.
forget to reload.
The reason I shot that is because the guards just walk straight into it and die, so... Oh, actually I think there's a turret just here. Better be careful, there's a turret behind a window. It's pretty hard to take down.
Make sure that thing's loaded.
Yep. Come on. Here we go. There we go. The Magnum's got a pretty big gap between shots too, so... Come on, get in the fight. The zombie shut the door. Oh, you're kidding. Oh, you're joking. That was shocking. I'll just go down here because there's some ammo and health. See, even though I'm wasting Glock ammo, I'm still full on ammo, so you can see that, you know, Black Mesa is pretty easy
doing down here? Get
for
tops
ammo.
I hear troops are
Also
coming in to
considering
save
that
us.
I'm playing this on the hardest level.
You know that thing called motion? Let's get a little bit of that going. Excuse me. Lead the way, sir.
Now I have 3. You guys can do all the work.
Here comes more of those things.
God, they're pretty useless, I must say.
I think I just got a promotion. Bring it on.
I know there's some magnum ammo just there, so I'm going to waste some on these zombies. And one of those boxes fills your ammo right up, so I'm going to go use the rest of it in here. That's good. Well, actually, it doesn't fill you right up, but anyway. See, this is another part where someone who hasn't played this would get seriously stuck. But obviously knowing what to do takes seconds. I mean, you might spend hours trying to figure this out. So that's what I mean about, you know, the complexity of this game not being a mindless shooter. Oh, that was bad. That's what I tend to do, speed play through it, lose all my health, and then when I have very little health and ammo, that's when I bother to actually play properly. We're nearly, we've got hostiles, so I'll make this one a little bit longer so that we can get to the next level. And we've got hostiles is certainly one of my favorite levels. My favorite level is definitely Lambda Core, although I do really love the Zen levels, but you know, by the time you get to Lambda Core, you're fully geared up, you've got all the cool weapons, there's heaps of enemies, lots of aliens, so it's great fun. You know, that room before you swim through into the actual Lambda Core, so many aliens spawn, it's just crazy. Oh, head crap. I didn't actually have my hand on the mouse because I was grabbing a drink. It's very hot here at the moment. It is actually 35.5 degrees, but the humidity is super high.
Freeman! heavens! You gave me quite a scare.
Come on, guys, let's get into it. I'm wasting magnum ammo because I'm going to go back and grab that magnum.
My most sincere apologies, Freeman. There's no way I can make that jump across that shaft. I failed physical education.
I can't hold on much longer. Help!
The ladders have always been so difficult. Here we go. We've got hostiles. I'm just going to save this scientist before he does something very silly.
They're coming for us. It's our only way.
It's so hard to shoot these now.
God, we're doomed.
There we go. Grab some health and some HEV, and I will leave it here for next time. Alright, that sums up this video. Remember how important it is, if you like our content, to do what you can, subscribe, like, and also check the video description for other ways that you can help to grow the channel. Thanks for watching.